Check, check. I don't know if this is... Ah! I believe we are live. This is odd. I don't know if you can hear my game sound. This is sort of a test. I'm in my long-time survival world. I've had this world since about 5 years ago. I started it right when 1.18 came out. I started it. Okay. I don't think you would be getting my Minecraft audio because I only have one audio input right now on my... Anyways, this is my long-time survival world, 5-year world. This area that I'm in right now is much newer. This area is probably about 3 months old that I started working on this area. So here, I'll show you this. This is sort of the world map. This area here, right in the middle of it, is where I started in this world. Over here, this sort of section is, there's a lot of very old builds here. It's fairly desolate. I back when I started this world, I was only playing for a very small period of time, and months apart. So I have like a bunch of builds that sort of span this area that are all mostly small, and outdated in a lot of ways. Then the way that I did the world is I started out with a 1,000 block world border, and I waited until I felt I had done enough in this region, explored everything, and built things around, and then I expanded it to 2,000 blocks. And same thing, explored these villages. There's a lot of builds along this river. And at this point, I still hadn't gone to the Nether or anything. I had just been focusing on the overworld. And these white banners are villages. These black banners are Nether portals. So I was exploring this region here, connected these villages via the river, and other builds along the river. Then, finally, the most recent expansion was to 3,000 blocks. And I decided that for this expansion, I wanted to do something notable in the world, something that leaves like a distinct imprint on the eye line and the general atmosphere of the whole world and world building of this entire world. So I decided, I found this mountain and decided that I wanted to build a castle and kingdom capital on this plateau. So that's what I've been working on, and it's called Dandelion Kingdom and Dandelion Keep. After the, let's see if there's any around here. I'll have to go outside of the gates for this. After the, oh, you know what, I'll make it day. Yeah, so this meadow, this is a meadow biome that was filled with these dandelions and cornflowers all the way across the entire plateau. And they're still here on the outside, so the inside's been mostly cleared of them, but the kingdom's banner is based off of those colors. So this is the dandelion kingdom after the dandelions, and you see that's at the heart of their banner. So here, coming in through the front gates, we have to the left the Dusty Jukebox, which is sort of like a general store and like tavern sort of spot. So here there's a little jukebox station with some records to listen to. I want you to be hearing my game sound, so I'm going to try to figure that out. So bear with me for one moment. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm going to tinker with this further in my own time. But I don't know how to get the sound to come through. Anyways, this is the general store. I'm going to turn off the music because it's going to distract me. Okay. So this is the general store and tavern called the Dusty Jukebox. Here, it's a bit dark over here. We've got some like plants, some postage or decorations for sale. These actually go in here. Some like goods for like traveling furs and such. Then we have some enchanted goods. Horse armor sort of on display. They've got some rare shells, redstone goods, and then we have enchanted or more magical vegetables and fruits. Yeah, then outside here we have some note blocks, we have golden carrots, and some berries. There's nothing in there. Potions, glowstone, some glowing blocks from the nether, and yeah, that's sort of like the outside pop-up stand of the general store in the market square here. So here's the market square. Here we have a oak wood shop. Here we have like a little pop-up kitchen. They have some bread here. Then here next door we've got a spruce log shop. And then here there's a little eating area, sitting area, park. Then over here, this is an open plot, and so is this. So some more shops are going to open up eventually, some more little seating. And yeah, so looking at the entire area, I can explain a little bit of what I've got planned. I'll grab my hoe before I do this, because that would be helpful. And you can see I've only got iron tools. This is a 5-year world, but something that I limit myself on is progression. So I have, this is sort of like my best gear right here, is this stuff. I don't focus too much on the game's progression, but because I focus mostly on what I'm building, but, and I like the idea of like building things as you go through progression, so that eventually, like, once you, it won't be till once you're further in the game in terms of building that you're further in the game in terms of progression. In terms of like what I want to do in the game, I guess. But I came here to grab my hoe. So easy to get, and you can see this is an unfinished build. This is completely unfinished interiors. And the exterior also I want to redo because it's not really what I want anymore for this build. So there's a lot of things like this that I have that I sort of am not happy with. Kind of trying to rework things, and this is temporary, and scaffolding, and all sorts of stuff that's got to be worked on, ironed out. So yeah, let's take a look of this area from above, and I'll grab a book and quill so we can write down some notes. I've got a book here, I've got an ink sac here. I just need a feather. There we go. And I'll get rid of some of this stuff. Don't need. Just organize a little bit. I could also grab, sorry, one more thing. Also just gonna grab a map of the, a small map of the area. Okay. So the first thing you may have spotted just there is this bridge. This is a massive bridge that I'd like to have going over this river. And you'll start to spot out the corner over there. That's the entrance to my mines. And you'll start to see paths going to different places around the area. So I really like the idea of having sort of a very connected world by paths. So there's paths that lead to neighboring villages. So you can see there's a village over there. These are just naturally spawned villages. And there's a village over there. These paths fully connect them. This path is more complete than that one. Then down here there's a network of paths that go through this forest. So up to Dandelion Keep here, this path leads down to the mines, and then also over to the nether portal over there. And there's a little cabin in the woods over there. yeah, and then this also connects to the back of the castle, so this goes down here, and this connects over and joins this path right over there, leading to the nether portal. So a lot of these were naturally occurring as I traveled between these places. I just laid down these paths where I naturally walked. So yeah, and there's also this, so through the, inside the actual castle area, let's talk about this a little bit. So let me pull out the map. So yeah, this is a map of the actual castle grounds, just the east side. The west side is sort of cut off a little bit. And you can see sort of the blank areas. There's over here, this is the first build that I made inside of here, called the smithy. Then next to it is a barracks and an armory. These two, I'm not happy with the way the roofs look. I want something more interesting. These are kind of weird looking. And this one I also don't like, so I want to redo the roofs on all three of these to make them more interesting. We'll see. Like, these ones almost work, so I'm trying to see if I can get a different sort of matching silhouette here for this build that will pull this whole thing together, but the copper also stands out. I don't know how that's working. I feel like we need copper maybe like somewhere in here to tie it together. This is where I have my enchanting table. This was gonna be a like enchanting tower. I gave up on that because the design that I'd come up with just wasn't working, so I'm thinking to build that design actually over there. I did build it up and tore it down, so I'm going to build that tower over there as a brewing area, and then this one I want to redesign. Maybe it won't even be an enchanter. I'm thinking maybe to put the enchanter inside the actual castle keep. You can see the market is sort of, you can actually see this better on the map. It's hello, I'm gonna put a torch down. There we go. It's a little sparse, like especially up in that upper left side. It's I feel like it needs to be a little denser. But the other half of it is pretty much complete, and the park is also good. Over there, this was a plot out for a church build that I designed a while ago and haven't built in survival. So that's, I'm not certain that that's going to be what that's going to be. I might end up not building that and building something else. I think I need to like map that area out a little bit better. Here I had the idea to make like a music building with a bunch of different note block floors. So like the first floor would be sort of this thing with all the different instruments, note block instruments that you can listen to, and then the other floors would be rehearsal rooms that are smaller areas for putting together little pieces of music, and then basement floors that have full songs put together. You can see this area at night is kind of nice because the paths are clearly lit and outlined, so it gives this cool idea of what's around. And also you can see over on this side, actually I didn't talk about this side yet, there's a pillager outpost, and then over there's another village. I've sort of like started to renovate this village. It's crazy elevation shifts, like it just jumps up and down on this mountain. So I think that the whole layout of this village needs some work to make it make sense. It would be cool to do to build it up and do like some hanging sort of mountainside houses. But the population over there is pretty slim right now, so we also need to breed them up. Yeah, is there anyone in the chat? No, there is not. But yeah. I keep cows over in that village. I don't have any animals yet in this main keep. Oh, interesting story. Back there, you can see there's this little cabin in the woods, kind of secluded. It's actually a jailhouse, like a little locked up cabin where I lure zombie villagers. I did this when I was first getting a village started in here, which I'll show you later. I lured zombie villagers from the surrounding forest that was dark at night into that cabin, then name tagged them, and then shut the door. And at the time I didn't have the resources to cure them, so then once I did get those resources, I lured them back out into the castle, into the castle dungeons, and then cured them. And then now they've formed their own village in there. So the ones that have names are the original ones who were cured. Yeah, and then over here you see there's some farms. I like the way these turned out. They're pretty cute. The wheat farm here has got a decorated wall, but the other one doesn't. So it's like a wheat farm, then a little flower walk, and a pond, and then there's a potato farm, and more potato farm, and there's a little farmhouse that I haven't built yet, so I want to build that into a nice little farmhouse. That's currently housing an undead villager. Yeah, the outer walls were sort of the first thing that I built here. I was trying to play around with shapes and doing different angles and builds, so I came up with 3 angles straight, and then this half sort of diagonal, and then the full diagonal, which was a good challenge, and I feel like I enjoyed the test of that, but I haven't finished it because here I don't know how it's going to join with the inner castle. The inner castle is the newest thing that I've been working on recently, because there's still a lot of work to go into it. It's very much under construction, but what I was trying to do with it was to build the interior as I'm building the exterior. So it's got, you can see there's sort of like a layer there where it starts to become less complete, and like mostly cobblestone scaffolding. But beneath that, there's like these aren't quite fully finished, but beneath that, even the lowest level is mostly complete in some areas. It's sort of all work in progress. There's lots of areas that don't have roofs on them, and but it's plotted out, and some areas are complete. And that's actually what I was working on before I started the stream. So that might be what I get back into. I was working on the sewers of the inner keep. So I'll give you a little tour of that, what that's looking like right now. This sword is a mending sword. I got it from a bastion, and it's been my primary weapon ever since. I don't think I've ever crafted a sword in this world. I mostly used axes until I got this sword, and it never broke. Okay, so here we are in the main gates of the inner keep. you'll see that we have this sort of level here. There's this cobblestone, most of the just flat cobblestone is scaffolding. Like, this is going to be replaced with textured blocks. Like, I have a few gradients that I've been working with. So this like mossy cobblestone to andesite gradient is one. And then here I had like a tough cracked brick through cobblestone and then into andesite, which is similar vibe but doesn't have the moss look. Then here's moss again. This is a different gradient, I guess. This is all like raw blocks. So tough into mossy, into cobblestone, into stone, and then this one just goes stone, cobblestone the rest of the way up. And then here we have blackstone, or not blackstone, the deep slate through tough into stone bricks. So this is like a brick, a brick sort of look, and this is darker because it's meant to like stand out. It just gives it some contrast. Falling into the shops there. Oh, something really nice about this world. I don't know why this happens, but it's fitting. The Wandering Trader always spawns in the market square. It's like perfect. I guess it's like a good spawning platform for them, and I'm usually like in this area, and in here is probably the spaces are too confined for a Wandering Trader. I don't really know how their spawning works, but they always happen to spawn out here. Also have a bell, so that could be part of it. Anyways, I don't get anything that I want. So this is one of the upper levels. This is sort of the base level that we're at now. So that's the main gates are up there. Then these are like the lower gates. So these ladders lead up to where we were before, the main gates. And here's the lower gates. This is the base level, and there's also a basement level below it. So here, this is what's going to be the treasury. It needs a lot of bone blocks, which I've been struggling to get enough bone for. So that's what's been holding me back from finishing this one. I've got most of the materials to do the rest of the walls around. I just want to put the bone blocks in and get the roofs in. But this is going to be like, then once I do that, then I can start detailing and populating this area with stuff. In through here we have the storehouse, the like castle storehouse. So, hello, Wolfie's in here. So yeah, castle storehouse, we've got all the different types of stone, which supplies are running pretty low right now. Gravel and nothing in there, and some stone, yeah. All sorts of things, random stuff. Moss. And then through here, we've got, and you just saw a sneak peek of the villagers over there. We have our mass storage of all the stuff that we have a lot of, which I can drop off some dirt here. And I could probably drop off some of the rest of the stuff. And come get it later. Never used that book and quill. I'll get around to it. Oops. Not showing you here yet. So yeah, we have mass storage, and then this is another silo that's yet to be defined what we're going to store in here. But you can see this area does not have a roof, a ceiling. Through this little fence gate, sorry, gotta close the doors, yeah, okay. Through this little fence gate, there's actually a village. So in here, this is what I originally built as the servants' quarters, but then it's now been populated with villagers, who are autonomous. They're not servants. Yeah, there's all these little stalls are fully functioning villager houses. They don't have roofs right now, but eventually they will. And then this is like a little double for a family, and this is overlooking what we're about to go look at. And then over here, this was the like original curing chamber where we brought the villagers while they were curing. It's connected to the outer wall, so it's sort of like a service service passage kind of thing into the area. And yeah, they've got naturally spawning iron golems, which have actually helped in defending the village, because over here there used to be a flaw where zombies could just walk up onto this edge here and then walk straight down into the village and start attacking the villagers. I almost lost a villager to that, but the iron golem protected them. So yeah, here, through this little opening here, we have the mess hall. You can see this little painting of villagers, and mess hall over here. This is covering up a big moss stain because of the sewers behind the wall. Here there's like a little sink. And then through here there's a kitchen. And here we have Klaus, who is working in the kitchen. So yeah, it's sort of, we have some butchers that also work down here, and we do trading with these guys, and they've got all this stuff in their shelves, and they've got like a pantry over here with, sometimes there's stuff in here, yeah, pumpkin seeds, yeah, and then here's their village bell. Yeah, you can see that this is like, the idea is here. The kitchen is like, the kitchen is actually not quite finished. There's some more stuff I want to do in that kitchen. But like, there's, like, this wall needs to be completely detailed, and that exit into the outer, like outside the walls, needs to be done. It's not done. And you can like get out like this. It's rough around the edges. There's a leather worker that works in this little closet. So there's 4 villagers, I believe. There's a butcher, a leather worker, and then Klaus, and I don't know what the last one is, but anyways, where I'm going now, this is through the storehouse, this is the dungeons. So yeah, down here there's a little like sitting area where the guards would sit. Then through here you may have heard someone. This is Klaus's old cell. Keyless. I don't know what this name is. But, and then here we have Sieve is how you pronounce that. Sieve. And a couple empty cells. But this door here leads into the sewers, which is where I was working earlier. It's sort of like a one-way. And the sewers connect over here to the village. You may have seen some grates, and there's the villagers right there. So this takes all of the water from the village, down through and into the mainline sewer system. This leads down and out of the keep, eventually out the side of the mountain, which is not built yet. But the flow is sort of going down this way throughout the entire village, the entire castle. Yeah, this connects to a number of different areas that have like some sort of drainage. This connects to the armory and smithy area. This connects to the market square. And then over Here, this is like an empty area that I don't know what to put here yet, but it has some old like stuff from which I can probably grab now. Stuff that I didn't know what to do with. Which I will leave that stuff because I still don't know what to do with it. Yeah, so this connects to the market square. This is where I've been working recently. This is the outer keep wall, the outer wall of the inner keep. And then here's under the stairs that lead up to the main gate. So this is sort of like a little back area. I feel like there would be some sort of reinforcements here to protect the staircase, so it might be like a little harder to get in. Like you might have to go through here, but then there would be some sort of underpass here, and then a way to get into the sewers from the main village. And yeah, you can see where we are now. But it's kind of a maze. It's kind of a big maze of different places that connect with certain other places. This is my new idea down here, which I'll keep working on since we're back here. I should probably drop off some of this stuff soon, but this this whole area here, I'm thinking to make into sort of like a testing chambers sort of thing, where I can come bring stuff and like test it out, and then remove it, and it'll sort of be like a influx area that I can do stuff in. Or it might end up becoming like a steampunk testing lab down the line, because I'm sort of going with that copper theme down here. And we have lava flows and stuff like that, so I'm just scaffolding out this area for what it could be. I could finish this because this is the roof of a sewer, and it'll be cobblestone and mossy cobblestone stairs, maybe some tough stairs, not stairs, slabs. And I have a lot of that stuff already in my inventory. And then this stuff I can throw in some chests over here. I'll sleep while I'm over here. Something about this world is I don't have a great source of food. I'm sort of going like hunger hunch to hunger hunch in terms of what I'm eating. I have some of those golden carrots in the general store, but it took a lot of work to get those because I don't have any automatic farms in this world. I do want to build automatic farms at some point, but I want to do it in a way that feels fitting to the environment, and I don't think that I've quite found that yet. I don't think that I'm at the point where I can feel like this sort of fits what I'm doing here. This feels like it's a different level, an older level of technology than what I can do with redstone, in terms of the style. And I don't know too much about redstone, so I'd have to learn. I'll show you the armory. That's cool. It's a cool build that I just did that build recently. There's the sewer. So the sewers sort of fall off of everything. Like you can go down to the sewers trace them down from anywhere. So what I'll show you is let's see, this will bring us right into the armory. So I'll show you the armory. So yeah, down here I've got blast furnaces. Eventually I want to make this into another village, so these will be workstations for other villagers. And here's the armory. Still, it doesn't have a roof like most of the builds in this castle, but got all sorts of armor. This one I trimmed with lapis, and it's got aqua affinity, so it's my river scuba helmet. And yeah, the copper has sort of started to naturally oxidize. I'm probably gonna, like, once I get wax, I'll wax it all as probably mostly fully shiny, but we'll see. I'll see how it looks once it goes more green. Some of the stuff I've let it oxidize naturally and it's gone green, and I like it. And yeah, see, this grate connects to the sewers down there, and that's what we're about to build the roof for, that part of the sewers. And this is the armory, and then like the royal smithy forge area, where I've got my cobblestone generator, which has helped me to build 90% of this, because I don't do a lot of mining. I wanted to get some tough slabs, so I could go through this way. Can I? No, I can't. It's so interesting because to navigate this place is kind of... I should just go through the official channels of the towers with ladders, but I always try to find the quickest path, and there's always stuff in the way. New stuff, because this place is always changing. Okay. I just built this right before the stream. Little storage closet between the armory and this other little storage closet, which has some more stuff in it that I can drop off. You may be driven crazy by the way that I organize my items, but I like to do it in this, I don't know, I find it fun. I find it cutesy when things are sort of spread out all around. I like to think about, like, oh, would it make sense for this to be here, kind of thing. A lot of the time when I'm deciding what to do, what to put where, and like little thing, lower gate is down this way, and this connects up here, like just like little passages around places. And then here we're at the lower gate, upper gate, lower gate, or main gate, and lower gate. This connects to the dungeons and the dungeon tower. This is the dungeon tower. The ultimate goal with this place is, once it's finished, to do a raid here, a villager raid, pillager raid. And defend the castle, as it will. And now this area is finished. Lovely. So now I've got to look at this and decide what I want this floor to look like, because this part of the design is going to be ironed in a little bit. And then I guess the room starts here. So the rest of the room, just draw a wall. And I gotta finish this floor actually, so. Okay, that's good. Then the wall continues here. Okay, so this is sort of our wall and floor that we have defined. This is a bunch of junk that we can take out of here. We'll use the gravel. That's gotta find a home. Just a bunch of nether stuff, but I'll get rid of this. Not seeing any tough blocks on this side, so that's what I'm thinking with that. I'll just replace it with a mossy cobble. Yeah. That way we're getting a bit more of a homogeneous. We'll start to use just cobble and mossy cobble for a little bit, and then bring these in around the edges, I think, of the room. Maybe we keep with this 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, hit, 1, 2. Oh, yep, that works. That's good. We'll do that. We're totally gonna do that. So there's gonna be like a 2-block string of, no, it doesn't quite work, because this is here and that would line up with the edge. Well, we'll have it reversing on the other side. That's how we have these inconsistencies. Okay. So I need to get more mossy stone brick. Nice. More regular stone brick. More cobblestone. So many cobblestone slabs. Wow. I need more cobblestone, so I'll grab a stack from here. Then I need moss, and I need to put some stuff away. I'll take that. Okay. This is going to be a stables. That's the plan. So I'm storing my horse stuff here. I don't have horses yet, so. More frickin' cobblestone slabs. Hey. I want somewhere to put my nether stuff, so I'll put that in here. Spectral arrows, sure. Huh? What do you want? And just kind of a general store type of thing. There should be steel with it though, but these two beds, by the way, were the first thing ever placed on this plateau. This campfire and these two beds. It's sort of what started this whole thing. I marked this as a spot. I want to build a castle here. And then I went and I explored more of the world. And yeah, the beds and the campfire have stayed. Yeah, I have some stone. This tree is obviously temporary. This is just my wood farm. Doggy. I really like using lava as a fuel. Because it is super convenient to harvest. I mean, I eventually need to get a lava farm going, but I've been using like a single lava lake, surface lava lake, as my fuel source for the entire time I've been in this area. It's right over there. I think you can just barely see it. I'll grab my spyglass. Yeah, right over there. It's mostly drained. There is some lava left in there. I've used most of it up. Yeah, this is the upper tower. I played around with concrete powder here. I don't know if it really works. It looks good from a distance, but close up it's not quite perfect. I wanted it to get lighter from the bottom. And then here you can see the top level of what I've sort of outlined here. This back here is going to turn into a tall building, which is the throne room with stained glass windows and all sorts. Big banner hanging on the front, right above the treasury. And then these two inner towers connect into the throne room as a defensive perimeter around it. But yeah, I don't have much of an idea for what the back will look like. Mostly just focusing on the front. Like you can see this whole front face is textured, but this back is not textured at all. This is gonna be a cool door to come out of, just like a stream of copper bulbs on at your feet. It's kind of fun. So I have this idea for this room, but like, how do you get to this room? Oh, right, you can just... No, it's not the same height. thought that there would be able to be a door right here, but there's a height difference. Yeah, we can't really go up a step here because that's really tight with the path above. Do we want to make it a whole path? Like over here, up here. And then it only needs to go up 1 block. 2 blocks actually. Wow. Yeah. I need to get more dirt. Forge. This is such a winding path of corridors. Yeah, I think that works. So you go down past the cobblestone generator, up and through this hallway. Where do we want the entrance to this to be? I feel like this is like right in the middle. How much? Oh, reach count. 3, 4. Okay, yeah, we'll do this from the center. That's good. It'll have to be a 3 by 3 or 3 wide. Then does this want to connect back with the mess hall? Does that make sense? This is definitely gonna connect with something over here. Alright, thank you all for joining. I am gonna hop off the stream so that I can watch some YouTube videos while I play. Yeah, this was sort of just like an introduction to my world. I'm gonna see if I can get my streaming set up a little better, and then I might be a little more equipped. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thank you for your interest. You know what, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes so I can just finish this. Alright, that puts me out in materials. I got a little bit of cobblestone left, so I'll just finish the scaffold. Or I'll use what I got to work on the scaffold. The wall. There we go. That sort of outlines what this will look like in terms of the shape. Yeah, that's hell to navigate to. There's no sewer entrance anywhere nearby here. Closest sewer entrance, and the sewers don't even access it efficiently. It's just near them. So I think that the sewers have to access them somehow. There has to be some sort of connection. give it a two-way connection. I'll make it a copper trapdoor and grate over here. Wow, this needs some glow lichen. Okay, so right down here. Three blocks of roof that I put in, I'm going to remove, replace. And I have to. Can I take these? Can I take these? No, not all of them. Okay. This freaking little section is awful. There's no good way up at all. That doesn't connect. This doesn't connect the best way up is like over here. Yeah, oh my god. Okay. Achoo, bless me. Bless me. Oh my god. Okay, I'll get rid of my dirt and my rotten flesh over here. What else am I looking for? Copper. That's in here. Okay, then I want some glow lichen. Right there. And then, does this do the trick? No. What's it gotta be? Does it gotta be a ladder? I have wood on me. Okay, well anyways, the idea is there. You can see through to them potentially being connected. It also removes the necessity for any of these blocks. Why that block? That's the thing, like, building walls and roofs and stuff is necessary to finish the thing, but it kind of, like, also ruins it, like, ruins the navigability of everything. It's so fitting. This is just a random little thingy to have, and it's in the testing zone that it's leading to. I'm just gonna one of the cauldron. Water from the sewers. I hate that this is one way. Can't reach. No, that still doesn't help me. Okay, well, I'm just gonna scaffold. Also, not having scaffolding is really annoying, because the scaffolding block really helps with some of this stuff. Nice. And this is the wall. And this is set to be the wall. So it's some sort of wall design that this will fit into. And I'll just put up a dirt scaffold for the rest of the wall so that you can get the full picture. Okay. that's all for me tonight. Been streaming for an hour and a half, which I think is a good amount of time. And next time I will try to get some more stuff figured out. In terms of streaming game audio and so forth. Check this out. There's a little underground smuggler's passage. That's an idea that I have to go under all this stuff. Also a little naturally emerging room here. So maybe this is the closet. Yeah, the smuggler's passage right now goes underneath everything into the sewers. Goes underneath the sewers, and then up, back into the sewers. Doesn't really lead anywhere. This is the way to get into it. And that could be another way to get into it, through the closet of the Mad Lab. Just right down here, little staircase. That's actually good. That connects. Alright. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.